So I accidentally started watching, not started streaming on my main channel a while back. Anyway, today was Saturday. Today is Saturday evening. I went and played tennis with two of my friends, and yeah, on the way back, I got a Boots gift card for the birthday that I'm going to tomorrow. Uh, Just like yesterday evening, I crashed out hard. I ate a ton of chocolates again. Still, I was calorie counting. I did exceed the calorie budget. Maybe I was undercounting each chocolate, so I probably exceeded it more than I thought I did. But like I said, like I gave myself this weekend. So the thing is, like when I crash out hard, I just come back, right? So if I just kind of restrict myself, if I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna do anything, then it just kind of gets worse. So I was like, so one of my habits is like not doom scrolling. I started doom scrolling yesterday, and today I went back and just kind of uninstalled the app, and I know I'm not going to do it anymore. Um, so I know I'm going to bounce back, and so that brings us to now. I don't know what I want to do right now. So I was contemplating doing something either to do with my job work or the personal work. So yesterday, as I was working on those things, I was like, I started feeling like I didn't want to do any of it. So uh, yeah, but like when I was working on an agent at my job, I was actually kind of enjoying it. But I think I should close the door. So I have like a couple of rooms in my flat. This is the office, and then I also have a room, my bedroom, right? So I only turn the heating on for the office and the bedroom. I almost never sit in the living room, and there's a radiator in the hallway. I mean, it's the hallway. You just like pass it in like a few seconds. Why would you want to heat it? So I only heat this room up and the bathroom because like when I'm having a bath, that's when I really don't want to feel cold after I get out of the shower. Anyway, so yeah, tomorrow I'll be going for her birthday lunch, and I need to take a bath right now. So yeah, uh, I don't know why I started this stream. I should have started this after I took a bath. Maybe I'll run it for 1 hour, then go take a bath, and maybe restart. I don't know. But yeah, I was contemplating what to do because I'm kind of stuck on the public work side of it. I know I'll eventually get it. I'll get an interesting problem to solve, and I'll get on it. But right now, since I was already kind of in the flow for my job work, and I'm like I've been working on it for a while, and the change that I make to the repository now, it's going to be huge. Um, I do want to like put something out quickly because I don't want the change to be much bigger than it needs to be. So because it's in such a rapid development, it's like in such like the early days. There's just so much that I need to do to get it to work well. And the initial agent was not that good, right? The only problem is I wouldn't be able to share my screen because it's my job work. I can still kind of narrate stuff that's not confidential. Um, I can do something like that for sure, but I can obviously not talk about the details. But it would still be interesting. I mean, I'm doing it for me. Nobody's actually watching this. Nobody's watching this. So So yeah, I think let's just get started with the job work instead of thinking about going back to personal work. So I actually have two laptops. One is my personal laptop through which I stream, and through what you see usually when I stream Ubuntu. And then I have my work laptop, which is Mac OS. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Apple's been killing it in the laptop department, personal computing department these days. So no hate on it. And then I had like a Windows laptop, so Windows sucks. So I had to dual boot it to Ubuntu, and I haven't used Windows since then. Like I don't think I'm gonna use Windows anytime soon. Anyway, so let me get started on this. So I was actually building some evals for the agent. You know, uh, uh, I was building some evals because we don't want it to first of all fuck up on previous tests. I think they call it regression testing or something. Basically, like if the model changes or if we do update the context, we still want it to work on the older tickets, right? And then another reason to have evals is what if it does better on things like what if the model changes and it's much more capable, and we want to test like if the agent can do the new thing. If it can, we want to be aware of it, right? The problem with evals though is the agent that we're building, mostly me at my team, it's to do with data, querying data. Now, I don't really want too many moving parts. One of the things I've thought of is like I can create like a materialized view and like just have the agent look at that view and do the testing through that, because the live data changes, right? So it's hard to evaluate the agent um, since the live data is changing. So you can't really be like, like, you know, this is the result I expect, because the whatever metrics you have, they'll keep changing with the day. But yeah, so there's this website called agentskills.io, which has a section for evaluating skills. So I'm reading that right now. So test case has three parts: prompt, expected output, input files. Store test cases in eval/evals.json inside your skills directory. Now, I'm not sure. So my company has an internal agent, like kind of like Cloud Code, but not Cloud Code. Um, so I'm not sure. Like, so they do use skills, but I'm not sure if the skills are exactly the way you'd expect them to be. You know, are they like actual skills or what? Right. So, so what they're saying is store test cases in eval/evals.json in your skill directory. Hmm. Okay. So I'm just gonna see if it does follow that. The way I should be able to do that is, let's take one of the skills I have, create a new folder in it called evals. Now in evals, we're gonna create a new file called evals.json. Now in this file, I'm gonna put in the expected format, whatever they said. You update the skill name. I actually already have some evals. Let's say this, right? And then you go back here. Um, yeah. So for our agent, what we do is we usually give a ticket, right? So the agent basically works on a ticket level. We just give it the ticket and let's see if the agent can resolve it. I mean, the agent doesn't resolve it yet. We don't have like that kind of an end-to-end thing, and we don't want it yet. Um, but what we can do is make a report, and usually that report is enough. It has been a real help. Uh, so yeah, I hope it's the same ticket. Yeah, it's the same ticket. Uh, yeah, let's copy this. So I already had some evals, but I was not using the canonical way to do it. I just watched a video today where this guy was like, skills have like an inbuilt way to do evals. I was like, sure, bro, hook me up. You know, so I'm gonna remove the second one. For the example, there were two evals, right? In your skill directory. So it's not within the skill. It's the skills directory has an evals directory. I don't know if I want to name it that, but okay. Okay, now what? Okay, so I think I'll need to kind of, I don't know, I'll need to hide this, right? Otherwise it will know. Will it know? I don't know. Okay. Organize gets its own iteration. Organize eval results in a workspace directory alongside your skill. I don't get it. What do you mean? Alongside your skills directory. Oh, I kind of get it. The thing is, like, a lot of these people, they're doing way more stuff, right? I mean, I'm acting as if it's the edge case, but most people are using these agents to code, right? So they want the code to be somewhere. Um, this is kind of messy, though, if I'm being honest. I was hoping for the directory structure to be better. Like my directory structure was better than this, but obviously we do want to follow standards. Otherwise, there's no civilization. Each pass gets its own iteration alongside your skill. No, that that kind of sucks. No. Uh, okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, actually, the best way to go about doing this is asking asking the tool itself. It's like, if it knows how to write skills, right? Evals for skills. No, no, no. How did you? Nah, but I thought that was outside of. This is insane. Like, what do you want, bitch? The fuck? What? This is insane. Like, huh? Like, what? Yeah, this is actually insane. No, 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 no. Sorry. I mean, fuck that. Sure. Yeah, bitch, whatever you want to do. Open your eye. Okay, so apparently OpenAI is also following the skill thing that Anthropic started, which is a good thing. Hmm. So either you can make skills repo scoped or user scoped. Okay, so what's this thing? Hmm. Hmm. No, this is not how it's done. Sorry. Hmm. Hmm. Wait, where did you first start talking about evals? Wait. Okay, evals. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. What did I ask? Nah, this is still not clear. Nobody tells you actually how to. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, it's super recent apparently. Sorry, this is a toolbar developer. Uh, skills built in. Hmm, interesting. What happens if I do skill creator? How to launch a skill? Wait, I think this is. Okay. Interesting. How's the raw? Hmm. It was there in. Interesting. So apparently, okay, let's see if there's any info on this. Hmm. What is AIM? AI Integration Manager. The Asian SOPs. There's just so much to do. I think I will have to kind of stick with job work. Um, yeah, there's just there's a lot. See, there is a lot. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of not confusing. It's just what is agent SOPs? What are agent SOPs? What's the difference between agent SOPs and skills? Man, ChatGPT is so shit. Ah, fuck you. Mm, yeah, there's one more thing. We should have a Scratchpad directory. Should be in Wasabi Toolbag though. I don't know. You just create it. In the end, it's not something that's gonna actually matter. Let's look at YouTube. If anybody has taught anything about how to write agent evals, it's quite recent. Oh, this is 1 year ago.
Product leaders at OpenAI and Anthropic have said that AI evaluations, known as AI evals, will be one of the most important skills for
Mm, hmm. AI evaluations masterclass. Hmm. Okay, YouTube doesn't have anything. I get it. Creating a video is difficult. Let's just Google it. This is OpenAI, which was useless. Let's look at Anthropic. Okay, my Coke is finished. Mm-hmm. They are writing some stuff, but I don't know if it's what I want. I think I'll have to. Yeah, the Anthropic thing, the recent thing that they had was yeah, that's not what I want. Eval viewer. That's interesting. I can use Claude Code, right? I can use Claude Code and see how they're doing it. How do I install and use Claude Code on my computer? Do I really need to pay them or something? And is it only through NPM? Oh fuck, I don't have. Wait, I have NPM on my personal computer. So I think it's npm install. Oh, this command is long. Npm install g at anthropic AI slash Claude Code. Okay, then we have Claude version. Yes, it's working. Let's open it. Yeah, no, of course, doc mode. Claude account with subscription. Anthropic console account, third party platform. Does Kiro CLI have skills? I just open Kiro CLI. I don't know, it's always like kind of slow to open. How long have I been streaming? Is it not possible to like just pause the stream? I kind of hate to keep on ending and restarting streams. Okay. Skills. So there's no such thing as skills. Agent, chat, context, code, editor, reply, compact, tools. That's one thing we should try looking into. Okay, there's a bunch of shit here. No, none of them. Toggle experimental features. Yeah, that's what I want. Experiment knowledge enables persistent context storage and retrieval across chat sessions. Definitely no. Definitely no. Definitely no. No. Skills. Yeah, so I'm not gonna buy a cloud subscription. I mean, I might consider buying it, but it's just like at least the hype machine on the internet is like OpenAI is killing it. I do want to give Claude a chance. I don't know when my OpenAI subscription is ending, but yeah, I'm just not even like quality. I'm pretty sure like at this point I'm like so skeptical of AI agents. I think like Codex is shit, and Claude will probably be equally shit, even though people online are like Codex is better. Sorry, Claude Code or whatever. Either way, I don't care. I think they're good enough for my use case. I know their limitations and I just kind of accept them. But the problem is usage. The only thing I'm kind of concerned with Claude is like people saying, hey, I have a Claude Code subscription, but I could barely do shit through my like pro subscription, and the rate limit was over, which is something that I don't want. I mean, as long as you're getting something for free, which is more, that OpenAI is giving you for more. I mean, it's not free. I pay for it, but for the same amount of money, I'm getting more through OpenAI. Kiro does have a skill systems. I have access to skills tools, blah, blah, blah. Request matches their domain. For example, if you give me a threshold breach ticket, but is there a way for you to eval skills? No. So apparently they don't have a skill creator tool. What I'm thinking is I could potentially just use Anthropic's shit, right? So Anthropic does post its thing online, the thing that they use for. Yeah, apparently I cannot pause streams. One thing I can do is just download the Anthropic skills repo and just kind of explore it, right? So let's freaking work around it, right? Work with it, not around it. Let's move agent dev back into my skills and let's just do a git clone here. Yeah. So we have a bunch of shit here. I think I should actually probably do it outside of the. Nah, I'm too much. So let's get into skills. Let's just do. Not gonna use an agent to. Not gonna use an agent to go through this shit. Maybe eventually. So we have it's not Skrill, but it's skill creator file. I'm gonna read through it manually, and if it looks good enough, I'm gonna replace the built-in skill creator in whatever in our internal thing with this. But the problem with all of this is the problem is like it's not the skill, like it's not that they're like doing anything groundbreaking. The problem is the tool, whatever like CLI tool you're using to use these agents, has to kind of obey the new formats. Like if now in skills you have like a new field, which is like this is the eval directory, don't visit it or visit it in a certain way. If the tool doesn't follow that, the agent will not. Like the agents are assholes. Like they don't understand fucking English. So it might just like visit the directory, look at the fucking answers of the eval. So that's the thing I'm trying to avoid. I was able to avoid it using my own methodology, but then I watched this video on YouTube, which was like, Anthropic has this new thing, so I do want to figure out how they're doing it. I don't know, reading their shit, it just sounds so annoying. Hmm. Bundle resources. Got it. Metadata, skill, bundle resources. Oh, interesting. Okay, this is the actual thing that they're using. After writing the skill draft, come up with 2 or 3 realistic test prompts, the kind of thing a real user would actually say. share them with the user. You don't have to use this exact language. Oh, here are a few test cases I like to try. Save the test cases to evals slash evals.json. They keep saying this, but where? Like, what's the root directory? Like, is it within that specific skill name? Help evaluate while the run happens. Evals if there aren't any. Blah blah blah. Use the eval viewer slash generate reviewed script to show user. Also. Mm-hmm. What license is this though, by the way? What's the freaking license here, bitch? They don't have a license. Yeah, does that mean I don't know. Fuck it. Okay. Test cases. Yeah. C references for full schema, running and evaluating test cases. Okay, now we're closer to the meat of the project, of the eval. This section is one continuous sequence. Don't stop partway through. Do not use skill test or any other testing skill. Put results in skill name dash workspace as a sibling to the skills directory. Okay, I get it. I personally probably wouldn't need it. Within the workspace, organize results by iteration. And within that, each test case gets a directory. This is way too much for our use case. I think you could do it, but it's a lot, honestly. Yeah, it's quite a lot. Spawn all runs in the same turn. Input file, blah blah blah. Draft assertions. Oh yeah. This is an interesting thing. So, not gonna follow everything you're saying, but this is definitely an interesting part of it, which is evals. Oh, okay, that's kind of similar to that, but this could be a good to do. Add, what did you call it? Tokens and duration. That is actually a pretty good thing to check. Create, aggregate, and launch the viewer. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like this is a bit too much for us. No, this is not for us. I don't know whether that's fortunate or unfortunate. This is definitely not for us. Where am I? Yeah. Is this right? Let's just move it for now to desktop. So I've moved out the skills thing. I'm gonna take off my whatever you call this. It's getting kind of hot now. I need to go take a fucking bath, then do the fucking laundry. Yeah, we are going to evaluate migration to Kiro. Adding a scratch pad is not really that important right now.
Okay, the real match is starting. Okay, the real match is starting.
Okay, it's been 1 hour. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need this. So there's one last thing I'm gonna do. I don't know. This is too complex. The way it's been happening, it is just too complex. We're not gonna go the Anthropic route. They've done some cool shit with the skills thing, but yeah, it's still not what we want, honestly. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like it's kind of time for me to go and take a bath. Um, Before we do that, I just want to do one thing because I feel like I've not made any progress. What I'm gonna do is just do a quick check on if the agent is still working and if our evals are still working, right? So let's open up the agent. Right, let's clear shit up. Yeah, we don't need this. Let's delete this. Move to crash. Add a scratch pad. Context. Yeah, so we have a bunch of shit here. Yeah, let's. I want you to do an eval font. That's nice. Let's have evals. Reading file. Full mod. The best evals are going to be for the investigator. Yeah, right now it's trash, honestly, but that's where the best evals are going to be. Let's just can we duplicate a file or something like that? How do we duplicate a file? I don't know. Anyway, let's just create a new file. restgear.prompt.md. Fuck you. Okay. Evals to prompt one. Okay, so what we want here is what's wrong with this user agent, right? These kind of things are going to be super interesting to work on. File investigator.rubric.md. So the rubric investigator skill evals rubric but this is what's wrong with that. Right? Cool. Yeah. Of course, we need to freaking. What's happening here? Yeah, done. Evals. This is the. Yeah, we don't really need to do that. Never help. Okay, first of all, the skill is wrong. So let's fix that. That is the first thing we need to fix. That's for sure. Oh yeah, I think I get what you're saying. Let's try. This is more to do with, okay. Let's open skill in one side and then stores in another. Which skill is this? Threshold reach now. Supply info is what we need. Okay. Join key for what? This is 3px. 3ps, sorry. I don't know where to put this. And this Twitch. See some attribution. I don't know. CSM attribute parsing. It's 3ps. Sample queries. I suppose. I think I was working on the ship. Like, I don't know what happened. This stuff can probably go to the recent context. Uh, for this, you need to increase the size of the ship. Oh. I guess we can put it in skill MD. I don't know. I don't know where to put this though. Then this can go in investigator. Investigator, bitch. Filters, fuck those. Now, under each skill, we don't really want to be having too much, what do you call it, duplication. So if there's, yeah, I think this shit. See some stuff, it's kind of already there. The investigator will have to call something. I don't know what, but yeah, this CSM stuff is super annoying. Like, why the fuck is it everywhere? Like, we get it, bitch. Okay, let's see if we can make that happen. Okay. It should work now. Yeah, so those two evals. So the thing with evals in our for our use cases is just they're kind of difficult. I've thought about we could have like a dummy, not a dummy table, but like an actual table, and just kind of freeze it, like create a view or materialize something, and just data to make sure our agent doesn't have any regression issues whenever whenever the model updates, new models come in, or whenever new models come in, or if we update the context, But right now I've not been through that. So right now what we have is like two kinds of tests, evals. One is it able to like extract data from the ticket, which you can do in the past, and the other is like just an end-to-end investigation. I don't really know how to truly evaluate it yet, but it's gonna happen in front of you as a human. So you'll have to like kind of be the judge of like whether it did a good job or not. So as an example, let's run the second one. Right. So the second one is what it does is it just picks a ticket in our queue at random. So it's loading the skill. What it's doing is searching for tickets on our queue, and yeah, it's trying to search for tickets in our queue. I don't know why it's why it's doing the search multiple times. But yeah, it found a ticket for 3rd March. Though the store supply info in parallel. So it read the ticket. Apparently, it's user agent rotation, and it's quite recent. So then what it does is it checks if it has the data, right? This is not always done. This is just being done for the eval because you don't really know what the date is. Like if you run it with outside of an eval, it won't be doing all these extra checks. Like this is part of the eval thing that we've mentioned here. And yeah, this is a problem with evals is we're running all this on actual data, so definitely we need to kind of make it so that like we know we don't have to like work around the fact that the data keeps changing every day. And if there's a bot, like it should be able to find that bot, so we just kind of store that information somewhere in advance. And yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we can ask it to do an eval for the threshold breach skill. So whenever we say like, hey, do an eval, it invokes the agent development skill. So it invokes that, and then it read this file for us. I don't know why it did not ask us like should ideally ask us, okay, what eval do you want me to run? I think it got stuck in between somewhere. This is stupid. Like, what's happening here? This is weird. What are you doing? think there's some problem with Wasabi or something. I don't know. Let's try running it again. It was doing something, but it was within thinking. But I've like turned off thinking, so I didn't see that stuff. Yeah, so it loaded the agent development skill, and the agent development skill basically told it that, hey, so just to kind of show, hey, we want to evaluate one of the skills. We have two tests here. Like, these are like very stupid tests right now. Like, one of these is like kind of okay. So this one, what it does is it makes sure that we're reading the tickets correctly. So one of the big issues with ticket extraction was that it also extracted the communication section. So instead of like using the read internal website tool, I changed it to just use the get ticket tool and not read any threads. So now it like it doesn't tell you the context, because a lot of times like people are writing like their assumptions on tickets, and it just kind of deviates the agent, and it's just like, yeah, this ticket is solved because this person said so. So this is a test for that we don't change that. This is a test for like end-to-end liveness. It's kind of more tricky to kind of evaluate, but I've still put it here in case you want to. So what it does is it just checks if there's a ticket for which we have data available right now, and let's see if it can work with that. So I'm selecting the second test. So there's no way to evaluate it right now, but we can still do simple. There's some issue with. Yeah, so then it kind of just checks. Yeah, and so then we kind of invoke, right? So instead of having all the info all the time, like we've seen that pollutes stuff. So sometimes it might just be, use which or something, which I've seen happen before. What it does is it's evaluating, it goes to the threshold breach skill. And then the threshold breach skill just uses the stores skill, right? So if you can see the way it's invoking skills, it invoked the supply info thing and only read the stores thing, right? So it's basically, if you're not familiar, it might sound convoluted, but it's essentially just isolation of stuff. So if you're working on a thing, just work on that thing. Do not like get context things, right? So then so it knows that in stores, like this is the amount of data we have usually. The delay might be till here, so it just tries to figure out like what ticket to work on, right? And so then it picks a ticket. Right, it picks the ticket, then it extracts the ticket info using get tickets. Again, ideally without using the threads parameter, which also gets the ticket comments, which we don't want. So it knows all the stuff like you don't put JP in the dataset region, right? You put FE because that's what it actually is. Then it knows SB is what we're looking for, click, blah, blah, blah. It just kind of attracts the relevant info. It also knows that to get the actual time of the breach, the difference between what we see in the graph and our offline data sets is about 6 hours. So it figures that out and augments to the actual time we need. And then it's trying to do something. And then, it figured out that the data is not available for that time period. Feb. And yeah, so it's not checking a different ticket. So this is the advantage with agent. It's like even if it fucks up, right? But we want to steer it as much as we can. So then the query results that it's almost always there seems to be a huge delay in this, right? So it has a ticket which it can investigate, which is this one, and so it tries to do that. Now, right. Right, so you just kind of go check if and we can check for so weeks if it ever breached. So it's saying it breached around 225. Apparently, the threshold is all. Thanks, whoever was on call. But if you look at this 2:25 a.m., which is around this time, is around 0.109, which is around 0.11. So we know that the data has been aligned, matching. Then we can just say, yeah, sure, go ahead. I don't even know what it asks, but yeah. Yeah, we need to get back into this. You can just say yes, that's done. Put it here. Yeah, that's kind of done. Not that important. Yeah, so it kind of works, right? We can say it kind of works. Um, we need to clean up. Do we have any subtasks here? Hopefully not. Okay, I think we're quite near. Um, our 2 hour mark. There's still 10 minutes left. Wait, why is my Mac jittery? Literally not running anything. This is insane. What? It's taking up so much CPU. Do it. Export D. The CPU load isn't much. But the mouse will only be slow if. Ooh. Yeah, you at least need 32 GB. I don't know. I don't know why, but it's super slow. Something. Yeah, maybe I'm done with. No. Okay, bye.